What's up, everyone? All right, well, here we are, back in the saddle. As always, this is part of being a trader. It's not about how many times you get knocked off the horse, it's about how many times you get back on. And I'm back on today, even though I don't feel well. I'm under the weather, I've got a cold, but, doing my thing and making some money. $1,300, not a bad way to start the week. Now, for me, one of the things I'm really trying to be mindful of is that it doesn't matter where I'm at on the month. It doesn't matter that it's coming to the end of the month. It doesn't matter the balance on my account. And so one thing you'll notice today when you look at my P&L is that I took away my total equity because I felt like I was chasing this number, that I would set a mind target of, I want to get the account to 100,000 and then 125 and then 150. And then if I drop down, I'm trying to get back to where I was before I dropped. And that's trading your P&L, not the market that is right in front of you. So because I found that it's been distracting, I've pulled it off. And so that was like today logging in, it was almost like a weight off my shoulders not to have to look at that number, knowing that it's less than whatever it was at the beginning of the day on Friday, because I was red on Friday. And that today I would just trade the best I could. And I had a solid day. Not the best day ever, but a green day, and a green day is always a good day. So that's a tip that might help some of you guys, just to pop that equity balance off your account so you're not constantly looking at it every single morning. And then, of course, the focus on A-quality setups, and also reminding myself that, yes, I had a goal of where I wanted to be for the month of October. I'm not there, but, a month is, it's just a measurement of time, man. Like, it doesn't really matter. It's who cares? So the month is about to end and a new month is about to start. I shouldn't really trade any differently because of all of that. And that's what the dude would say. So I'm trying to be focused here and just trade the market I'm in. Today, I think I did a pretty good job of that. So I'll try to do it again tomorrow. So it's now been one day since FOMO. All right, so let's get into the details of the recap. And I want to remind you guys on YouTube, subscribe below to our Halloween special. This week, what we're doing every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Halloween, of course, is on Thursday. We're sending out trading treats. So live trading archives, recordings of mentor sessions, a bunch of different little things that will help you guys get started. So if you haven't already subscribed, do it below. There's a link to jump over to our website, and then we'll start emailing you out those trading treats. All right, so that's it for me, and I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. All right, everyone, so before we get into the recap, I have a box opening to do. Now, every now and then, someone will send a box to the office. I, of course, always have them opened by one of my assistants. Of course, my hands are my most valuable commodity right now. So I had Karina open the box for me, and she said, Ross, it looks as though it's filled with red paper, which, in fact, it is. This is a lot of red paper. That was the first red flag. And so at this point, since it's a cooler wrapper kind of thing and there's red paper, I'm assuming there's a good chance there's some type of body part in here. And that's when I saw the ice pack to keep things cold. So here things are really starting to look pretty bad. And then I found a Kit Kat bar. And then I found a second Kit Kat bar, and a third Kit Kat bar, and a fourth Kit Kat bar, and all of a sudden my day turned around real quick. So I wanted to open this on camera for you guys. This is a little Halloween special. I don't think I've ever been in possession of this many Kit Kat bars. Now, I will say, European Kit Kat bars are the best. These appear to be American, but I will accept this offering, and this is from one of my students. So thank you so much for sending this, and along with it, he sent a copy of a book that he has written 9 to noon, which is pretty cool. Secret Workday of Uber Wealthy Americans by John Wooten. So thanks, John, for sending this, and I really am impressed with your hustle and the fact that you did this. This is pretty cool. So for me, this is the same kind of mentality that I had when I was getting started. The desire to work hard, to dig deep, and so this is cool that you wrote this and gave me a thank you towards the end of the book. It's a book about trading and about other things as well. So anyways, thank you for sending that, and I just wanted to do that because I know you took some time to send that over. All right, so let's talk about the trades from today. So today was kind of an interesting day. I started by going into the red, but I bounced back and have gotten myself into the green. And so I'm up $1,344.66 here this morning. Our leading gapper this morning was PBTS. This is a Chinese company. It was gapping up just about 40%. And I had a long bias on it, PBTS, there we go. I had a long bias on it because, this was a nice big gap up. It looked pretty strong. I knew that there was no news on it specific to this stock. However, what it had going for it was some news headlines about a possible China deal, and this being a Chinese company, I thought was worth a stab. So the bell rings, and my first trade on it, I jumped into in the first minute or so, looking for a quick squeeze up over the $0.50 or $5.50 for a rip up towards $5.60, $5.70, $6, and maybe a test of the highs, which is a pretty typical opening range, 1 minute opening range setup. So I took that trade and I lost on it right away, and this dropped down, as you can see here, to 480. So I lost on that. I actually don't remember. It might have been $1,000 or $1,400. That was the only trade I took on it. So right there, $1,400. So in the red on that one, which is a bummer, but it did start to curl back up, but it wasn't able to turn around, and it's been a week since. And I actually did accidentally go short on it, but I only made a little on that short, and of course I would have done better if I had just held it, but that's not really the strategy that I usually would focus on this type of stock. So PBTS, gap and go stock, red out of the gates. So that's my first trade. Second trade was on, I believe, XNET, and XNET, as you can see here, was doing this little reversal setup where it dropped down to a low of, let's see, 538, and then started to bounce back up. And let me pull up the FFHL chart, because I don't remember which trade was first now. Let's see, FFHL was at 955. So yeah, so this was this one I took first. So I got in this as it was curling up for the break of 6. I think it was right, yeah, it was actually right through here. This was the setup that I took. All right, so we had this breakout setup, and then we got this this rip right here up to 620, and then a little micro pullback, and then a move up to 650, another pullback, and then a rip up to 665. So I did well trading this on these pullbacks and this move higher. And the things that I was looking at, light volume pullback, high volume on the move up, lighter volume pullback, high volume on the move up, and then we topped out up here. We started to drop back down. We double topped at 60 right there, 65. Almost looked like we were going to get the first 5-minute candle to make a new high, and it failed. The stock drops down, and I actually went short. I went short on it at $6 right here. And on this one, I took 8,000 shares. I took 8,000 shares to the short side, and as it dropped down, it went to a low of 562, and I was still holding the whole thing. And I was like, this is going to end up being a really awesome trade. And I was thinking this thing might go all the way back down to low a day of 538 and even 5. Of course, it's my luck that it ends up turning around and bouncing back up. But, it still ended up being a decent trade. And I did then flip long for a trade right here, which was the break over the $0.50 of 650. So I recorded that trade. We'll upload it to the live trading archives. I will show you guys a little sneak preview of that, those of you who are watching. Now, those of you guys who are watching on YouTube, reminder, and I'll put a link right below in the description, we're doing a special this week for Halloween. So this special is that each day this week I'm emailing out a trading treat. And those trading treats include some live trading archives. So live trading archives are when I'm, of course, taking trades, as you will see right here. And I have it all recorded. So then you're able to come back and watch this as a replay. So let's go back here. So this was the trade. This was the setup on XNET. It had dropped down. It now is curling back up. 650 was the buy spot. It comes back up. Boom, boom, boom. I'm in at 651 with 12,000 shares. My target is that it breaks over 670. I'm holding. There's 57, 55. It's not breaking quite yet. There's 60. And then here I'm seeing this 50,000 share seller at 80, and I'm like, that's probably going to be an issue. And I end up taking profit up in this area, and that ended up being a pretty solid trade. So at the high, I was up just over $3,000 and still down 190 on the day. That was before my trade on Fitbit. So anyways, those will be coming to your email box. Those of you on YouTube that click the link below and enroll in our Halloween special this week. And Warrior Pro students, you guys obviously will have access to this. Now, Fitbit kind of made my day here. This one, all of a sudden, spikes up and gets halted at 511 on news that Google is in talks to buy Fitbit, which is kind of a big deal. That's a big headline. So it resumes from the halt. I thought there was a chance that it was going to be halted pending news and it wouldn't resume, but it did go ahead and resume. The high was 511, and it resumed at 520 and surged up. And as it surged up, I jumped in right there. Again, recorded that trade. We'll go into the live trading archives, and sold on the move up to 559 and then 560. My only regret is that I didn't buy enough shares of this stock, and that's because I had my share size capped at 12,000 shares, which I think was responsible considering I've had a couple of red days. But I pressed the buy order for 4,000. I increased my share size to 4,000. I got filled. I pressed it a second time and I filled only 100 shares. I pressed it a third time and I filled only 2,000. So I only had about 6,000 or maybe 5,000 shares, something like that. If I had had a full 12,000 or 15,000 shares, oh man, that could have easily been a $5,000 or $6,000 winner. But at the same time, it could have gone the other way and been a $2,000 or $3,000 loss. And so that's why I've got the share size restriction turned on right now. So that is it for me. Fitbit turned my day around. And overall, it was a little bit of a choppy day. The best trades were on Fitbit and XNET, and XNET was pretty choppy. So I'm just glad to finish the day green and in pretty good shape. Live to trade another day, and we'll be back at it, of course, first thing tomorrow. So Dana, this right here, this is Lightspeed, and Lightspeed is powered by Sterling. So if I went to about this info here would, I guess it actually doesn't say here, but in any case, it is powered by Sterling. So this is a Sterling product. However, the Sterling simulator, Sterling Trader, is actually different, and I can well, I won't open it up right now. You guys, you know what it looks like. But you can use the Sterling simulator. That you can use that same exact platform if you want to, with Lightspeed, but you have to pay, I think, $125 a month to use it. So I'm just being cheap and using their standard platform, which is fine. It works. It works fine. I like the Sterling platform. I'm just saving that money right now. All right, so anyways, that's it for me. And again, those of you guys on YouTube, make sure you subscribe for our Halloween specials this week. You'll be getting them emailed to you every day. If you subscribe today, you'll get your first one. And I will see you guys all first thing tomorrow morning. All right, see you guys later. Hey, did you know every morning I go live to stream my pre-market watch list? Subscribe to the channel, press the alert button, and you'll get the notifications. And if you want to learn more about trading, check out the links in the description. And if you have questions, post them in the comments because I personally respond to every comment posted on my channel.